Hi everybody, welcome to the Monday edition of the MCN. We're back. We got the setup pretty much there. It'll be done next week. I've got some really cool new additions. Look out for them. Also, brand not sponsored by the way. I needed a new chair. I got a new chair. It doesn't creak and I feel comfortable. Hey, positive start to the week. Lots on, lots to get caught up on, lots of things to do. Event quest guide, other guides. Let's do it. It's also a busy old week because Marvel Rivals is going into the closed beta. If you've seen coverage, we've been covering it. Go and check out the second channel. Link is in the description. Go and check it out. We're going to be covering lots of Marvel Rivals based content and it's going to be exciting. So to kick off the show, I just want to give a little bit of love and appreciation to Shadow Company. Mighty DZA contacted me and said that a member of their alliance has sadly passed. Now, this is really nice. Like, their alliance have kept the slot open for Megaload, who you can see right there. Sadly, Megaload passed away, tragically passed away recently, and yeah, just sharing, respect, love, appreciation, prayers, and thoughts with that particular alliance. So he wanted to give a little shout out, and I think that's nice. So RIP, and if you want to go and battle Megaload, then go and do that. Now, over the weekend, there's been a bit of a call to buff the rewards for Spring of Sorrow, or the next iteration, which is Fall of Failure, or whatever it is that is coming. Really interesting that people feel this way. A strong amount of people feel this way about buffing the rewards. Will that be the case? And that's something we have to bear in mind. Where the meta was for rewards at the start of this year, and how depreciation works within the game, you should be getting better rewards by the end of it. It's like going, you get a fully formed 7-star for doing next to nothing nowadays, to a degree. But the rewards don't really reflect that. Like, you don't get like 2 titans or 3 titans or like more rewards than you think that over the course of the year that it would kind of equate to it. By the way, I'm not saying the rewards in Spring of Sorrow are really bad. It's just a case of, well, because the meta shift, should the meta and the rewards shift with it over the course of the year? So, Winter of Woe, not very, super spicy. There's super spicy enough rewards. But while we get to the, say, winter time of the next winter of this year, shouldn't it be a bit kind of more spicier, given the circumstance? And definitely there's a call from the player base on that. Some agree, some don't. And it was interesting, there was a response first off on by Kabam Crashes, and apparently gifts don't work. I don't know what that is. Anyway, I got you covered. There will be a fair bit of Tier 4 Alpha and a couple of relatively small updates for the next cycle. Hey, that's good news. So it looks like the community was somewhat right in their assessment that it wasn't as spicy enough. It's getting a little bit more spicier, and that's great. Thanks to Kabam for listening and, improving them. And now let's move on to talk about the Spring of Sorrow Gauntlet situation. Now, I did make a mistake. I think I pointed out, like in my video that I was doing with Spring of Sorrow, like I made the mistake of bringing Crossbones where I shouldn't have. Crossbones was merely on the team to do House of Mirrors, but I did have him as a 2016 champion. But it didn't really matter because the way that I was setting up was to go feeling blue for the champions to take a different route. So it wasn't a case of like, and it wasn't an issue because I got my 24 points in the end. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. But I didn't clock in Crossbones was 2016. So, that's on me, as many people pointed out. However, though, good news, everyone! That wasn't too bad. I could have done a better impression than that. Love Futurama. One of our live, this was July 19th, and this is an update on the lost point situation, or the wrong point situation. One of our live operation wizards appears to have figured out a way for us to complete the objectives for players using data. This should make the data process a lot easier. Still no timeline, but we are making substantial progress. We'll try to update again later this evening before the weekend. And that is good. And that's I did both my yearly runs prefix, and I still have access to the objective. So if I do them now postfix, will I still receive the 2 points from compensation? So like +2 bonus points? No, you will only get the points once, because I'm sure people will be like, well, I may be behind. I could scoop up more points and get more rewards. No, you ain't getting them. Sorry. Well, Kabam don't say sorry, do they? I was robbed of the yearly objective. Damn. The team is still working through this. No timeline yet. Unfortunately, we'll let you all know once I hear more on the subject. Can we get a clarification on what those group year objectives actually should be? Does the entire team have to be from a single year? I mean, there's more questions than me. I think a lot of people are asking more questions like on this, but yeah, for those interested in compensation, it is coming. It looks like it can come quicker, potentially. We'll have to see. Now to a topic that I find incredibly interesting, and that is the Revive and Potion bundle. Does anybody like remember this being a 3-weekly rotating thing? Now, by the way, I'm not saying Kabam have to make it permanent and a thing that every 3 weeks we see the bundle deal. The deal that looks a little bit like this. If you remember, I cover it a lot, I mention it a lot. Why? Because it is a good opportunity to pick up some stuff to go in your stash that isn't going to, your inventory that's not going to bloat your stash and therefore run out. And also there's other things as well, like, you know, with the level 5 health potions that are there, but it's mainly for the level 3 revives, because the other stuff, if you're good at farming, you'll be able to, or just being a little, not lazy, but kind of like getting good value for unit spend versus revive take home. And it's something that I'm a big advocate on and talking about, because it's all about reminding players of things that are positive, and we like a bit of positivity in MCOC. But if we haven't seen him in a little while, so what's going on? As you know, by the title here, has Kabam quietly discontinued revive and health potion offers that costed 500 units? They cost 250 nowadays. And Terminator, I think for like, shout out to Terminator. I think we've had him like talked about like a post or something he's done past, or she's done. I haven't seen the offers in a few months and have not seen an update from Kabam about them. I searched for updates info in the forum, didn't have anything, blah 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 blah. Has anyone heard anything? Is there a link to update? Yada yada. Haven't seen anything either. I believe they might have gotten rid of them because of the Super Daily event. Not true. Silent Nerve, no. And then Kabam Crash did answer to say, like, I don't believe these were ever intended to be guaranteed offers every month. I will let the live ops group know that players are missing them though. Yeah, so it's, well, I think a lot of people would go like, oh, we entitled to see them like guaranteed. Well, no, it's just like, even if they do them once a month, it's like, it's no skin off Kabam's nose. Kabam want us to spend units on revives and health potions. I'm sorry, that was what Kabam said. They said units are meant to be used on revive and health potions. Kabam not putting out deals for revive and health potions with units. There we go. They weren't ever a thing to be discontinued. We were getting them every single month for a while. Can't blame people for thinking it was a thing. Exactly. It's just a regular rotating thing. I always think these are great. You know, you're touching base with your player base, and when they go, we like something, this is good. Well, I don't know, a lot of games developers nowadays go, the players like this, they think it's good, it's great. Should we run this on a regular basis? Nah, I don't think that's a good idea. Nah, it's not what they want. It's not what I want. You know, that's not why we got into game development, for God's sake. Sarcasm overload, but unfortunately that is what happens with a lot of game developers and conversations internally. Love to be a fly on the wall in either Kabam or other games developers, because I think a lot of people would just be screaming to go, no, we want this, we don't want that you're saying, don't be silly. Anyway, good news nevertheless, and we like a bit of good news that they could be returning in some shape or form. Here's onto a very weird band story. Now, we like from time to time a fun band story, an interesting band story, a band story with a bit of spice or different. This is a really weird example. As it says here, just like the title, a hacker for my Alliance Mate's account, hacked Alliance Mate's account, changed his name, ranked up Hawkeye 7-star rank 3, kicked everyone from the Alliance, and I think he's also tried to do some Necropolis with hacks and got him banned. So for your reference, he already completed Necropolis way before. So here's my question. Will he get his account back, this player? Will he be able to get Battlegrounds rewards? He already sent a ticket, so he's gone about the same routes to try and find out what's going on. And yeah, there's also some other evidence to this of like chat logs, where this particular player that is And you just don't know what goes through. Like, some person might be, you know, annoyed for whatever reason with alliance mates, has had in the past access to somebody's account, whether or not they kind of piloted for them or whatnot, and then went, do you know what? I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna have revenge or something like that. And that has or could be a thing that could happen. So you always got to watch your back and make sure that you haven't shared your details with anybody. To the point of what, you know, Kabam did respond to this, and I think that's the interesting thing. But the twists and turns of this can be summed up by MG pretty well. With the latest dramatic addition of a new character that used to be in your alliance, here's my working theory. At some point you shared your info with, perhaps innocently enough, maybe you needed someone to move you AQ and AW. Then later you booted from the alliance, perhaps because you were apparently warned about him being a modder. As a retaliation for booting him, he took your account on Joyride. Unfortunately for you, that's not hacked. That's account sharing. Things aren't looking good for you at the moment. I mean, that's just like a rough assessment. But at the times like this, it's important to say, what does Kabam Crash say about this? Because he's got the data logs and he can look at this in a bit more detail. So Kabam Crash said on this, the case is less clear cut than most of them. Just to be clear, this account definitely cheated in Necropolis. Our Necropolis anti-cheat is still batting 1.000. However, in this case, the cheating is so flagrant that it does kind of look like someone trying to get caught. And the account's metadata is suspicious. I flagged it to support to investigate further. And in these instances, you know, Kabam could save the day. They could look at this situation and go, was this legit, was this not legit, and hopefully find and come to the correct conclusions overall, especially if there's going to be somebody that's a little bit annoyed about being kicked from an alliance and goes on this very kind of high-end tirade of trying to get somebody into trouble for some reason. It's always very strange twists and turns in the world of Marvel Contest of Champions. Or instead you could just cheat and cheat again and then say you didn't cheat. Like this person, and Kabam Crash had to say, your ban was escalated because additional instances of cheating were detected after you were banned. Anyway, we finish up the show on arena predictions and results for Omega Sentinel and for Patriot. The results are as follows: 135.2 mil, position 150, 105 mil, position 320, 75.4 mil for position 390, for Patriot, very low. But it's not really one of these kind of big characters the community can really get around. And nothing against Patriot. It's not like it's, you know, Professor Xavier in the floating chair. It's not like, you know, a big characters like Spiral. It's not like Shatterstar. It's not like a big character or big-ish character, because a lot of the big characters are already in game, or an alternate version of Wolverine or an alternate version of Thor. It's not like that, is it? I guess those are some of the characters I think Kabam should really think about doing. Just spice up or change arena, to be honest, but that's another story for another day. 30 mil for Mega Sentinel, not a Mega Red, a Mega Sentinel, position 24. So I'm going with predictions of, not a huge amount of data, but we'll go with predictions of the following. 90 mil for Patriot as a 6-star, 30 mil, maybe 25 mil for the 5-star version, 23 mil for the 6-star version of Omega Sentinel, probably a lot less than that, and 12 mil for the 5-star. Good luck in the round 2. Thank you very much for watching the show today. We've got a ton of things to cover this week, and it's going to be very big. Lots of changes, and we'll maybe talk a bit about that on Sunday. But in any case, let's get into the content, let's do some stuff, and I'll see you soon. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.